Hi everyone, Alex here. I'd just like to take a moment to thank some of our patrons. Peter Davies, Charlotte Dunn, Nicky, Jordan Bouchard, Jazz Vallin, Jess, Dane McGuire, Jessica Deyo, Rebecca Hansen, Kipp. Thank you all. We really appreciate your support. If you'd like to join them, go to www.patreon.com/Rusty Quill and take a look at our rewards. Hello and welcome to episode 130 of the Rusty Quill Gaming Podcast. I'm your host and GM, Alex Newall, and with me today I have...
Ben Meredith,
Bryn Monroe,
and...
Helen Gold,
And who are you playing?
Zolf Smith,
Hamid Salah Haroon Al Tahan,
and Azu.
So, we are picking up pretty much where we left off, insofar as...
Info dump! Give me an info dump!
So, we have Hamid, we have Azu, and we have Zolf, although it's probably less useful for Zolf, all in the reading room of the inn,
Useful for Ben.
finally getting some actual specifics. Wild is sort of leaning against the desk. Obviously, you've got a lot of questions. It's probably worth you sort of letting me know the kind of things that you want to know, because I can go into detail, but at the same time, I don't want to make this as useful for you as possible.
Well, I still don't really understand what's going on because no one will tell us, or no one knows.
Okay.
Where are we? What are we doing here? Let's start there.
That I can answer. Obviously, we're in Japan. Einstein brought you here. He's been quite useful in that kind of thing, especially since all the storms cropped up. We are here because I have a hunch that everything that's gone down has been as a direct result of the work that we were all doing together before you were all absent for a while. We are, to all intents and purposes, we're our own self-contained unit because that's the way that I want it. We are working with the Harlequins to a degree, but then again, everyone is. They are, for lack of a better word, sort of the de facto institution since the meritocrats disappeared and all of their supporters started getting a bit edgy. We were right, the meritocracy was infiltrated way back when we were doing the simulacrum stuff, and as a result, they were compromised from the go. They haven't really been able to salvage themselves. They're still nominally in control, but any real decisions aren't passing through them anymore. The reason that we stay self-contained is that if my hunch is right, and that the things that we were doing prior to everything going wrong is as a direct result, we don't want the enemy knowing that we're still pursuing this. To be clear, Zolf knows this, you should know it as well. In the event that I die or I am taken or something similar, there is a dead hand policy in place. The information will pass on to Curie, but it's only going to pass on if I die or if I'm compromised in some way. Zolf knows how to spot some stuff. We'll be covering all that with you as well. The reason that we're here is that for reasons beyond my understanding, the Temple of Hephaestus decided that all of the plans etc. that Grizzop gave them don't exist, and that we never gave it them. They don't know what we're talking about. They swear by their god Hephaestus they have no idea what we're talking about. Which says to me that there's something going on, but then the cleric managed to disappear. I don't know whether it was related to the enemy or not, but that's the way we stand. We still have the paperwork, the ciphered paperwork that you collected from Cairo. There's a bit more at play here, however, and some of this might be news to Zolf. The reason that Zolf's been here is these weather issues. Well, have you told them yet that you...
Did some investigating?
Yeah.
Yeah, coastline, probably actually directed action.
Yeah.
Why we're here.
So, we have intel that it's possibly all been come from a single point. Specifically, where we are now, there is a small, I don't want to say island, it's too small for that, rock off of this island. It's the Shoin Institute. We are currently on Okinoshima Island. We're just off South Honshu. The nearest city is Atsugi, if that means anything to you, but we're well short of there. It's a fairly rural area. We believe that the weather issues have been coming potentially from constructs or creatures created by this person who's declared themselves, let's say, a feudal lord. Obviously, there's not really much in the way of meritocracy to interfere with him, and they've got bigger fish to fry anyway. So it just so happens that it would seem that Zolf's investigations into the weather and our own investigations into the simulacra may have converged. So, as it stands, I have a team put together to... Let's just say it's hard to get hold of Shoin. He is not exactly welcome to visitors. He has been enforcing it mostly via proxies on this island, and he's pretty much locked his place down into a fortress.
So you want us to
Break in.
go onto the island and find him?
And force him
Find
to
out
talk?
what he's doing with the weather?
What I want to do is finally start to pick up where we left off.
That's quite a long way back.
Simulacra we need. We think Shoin made or is instrumental in making the simulacra.
So we need to go and destroy them.
Maybe I think you're right. It kind of is a heist. You did get it. It was.
You didn't tell them, did you?
No.
No, but he said Howard Carter was involved. So.
Yes.
Why is Howard Carter involved?
That is a very good question.
Turns out that sashas are hard to find, let's put it that way. And
You don't need to remind us.
yeah, I know, I'm sorry. He's the best that was on offer. I wasn't going to take him, but the third time that he escaped and was recaptured, it seemed worth giving it a go. For what it's worth, he started behaving himself a bit better. I mean, there's only so much trouble he can get
Are
into.
you sleeping with him?
I am not.
Hamid.
You saw the way... Is this an in-character or out-of-character comment?
Oh,
I don't
It's
know.
good.
I'm not
was
even
it?
sure
It's
anymore.
good.
That was an in-character comment.
is
In which case,
Yeah.
I do rebuke you like that.
Another Hamid.
I saw the way the two of you interacted.
Why-
I don't believe that your libido is the best way of deciding who should be on a team like this, Oscar.
I think Zolf and Azio share a look.
wild sort of gestures to everyone to calm down in a way he normally hasn't.
Quite disappointed to find he's not in a jail somewhere.
I think that's a fair comment from about 18 months ago. And that's not me trying to get a dig in, Hamid, it's just that times change.
Fair enough.
You'd be amazed how insignificant a lot of those things have become, especially in recent months. Nothing's happened and nothing's going to happen. He,
Is very annoying.
yes, he is.
Be as useful.
Exactly. But this isn't the whole team. Obviously, we have Barnes. I think I heard you mention him at one point.
Yeah.
He's been quite useful, first in investigating the weather side of things, but also, frankly, he's a useful in with the meritocrats. Nominally, he's still working within the meritocrats. Obviously, he's not anymore, because no one works for them, really, but it's still a useful contact to have. But there is one more person that I'd actually quite like to approach, who you all don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I didn't either. So
Apologies.
no, it's fine.
So you know that Shoin's people have been expanding and demanding more and going further to get it. Turns out there's a village he's been avoiding. And at first, I assumed it was maybe an inconvenience, maybe there was nothing there. I've heard there might be an apothecarist or something similar who might be worth talking to. The fact that we're about to take on an alchemist, I don't think it seems like a shot in the dark. I've done my homework for what it's worth. Everyone seems to speak well of them. They seem to know their stuff.
Are you going to send us to go talk to them?
So let me get this straight. I still don't quite understand what you want us to do. So Shawin is an alchemist of some kind.
Yes.
And has been responsible for both receiving simulacrum shipments from Damascus and is in some way connected to the weather problems.
Correct.
Have I got that right?
Yes.
But you don't know exactly why he was receiving simulacrum shipments or exactly how he was doing anything with the
That
weather.
is why I need to get into the Institute. I have exhausted every
Right,
other
okay.
lead.
But before that, you know there's a place that he's been avoiding, and you want us to go and investigate the person you think.
Let's put it this way. Any place that Shoin is avoiding is a place that I would like to be intimately familiar with.
Right, and you want us to go and find that person and have a chat to them?
Ideally, yes.
You think this person might have knowledge of the same sort of techniques that Shawin uses?
I'm not an expert in alchemy. Are you?
No?
What I was going to say is, do we know if they speak anything other than Japanese? Because otherwise we're going to have a bit of a short conversation.
Wild gives a little chuckle, reaches down to a drawer in the desk, leans over, pulls it out, and chucks a potion vial to you, and pulls out another two. Hands one to Azu and hands one to Hamid.
And these are?
Tongues. Specifically, it's going to let you speak Japanese.
Ah, okay.
And understand Japanese, to be specific.
I mean, I can cast comprehend languages, but it doesn't help me
It'll save
be
you.
understood.
Well, that's what this is for.
How long does it last?
Not a huge amount of time, but it might be enough to.
5 minutes, half an hour?
About an hour.
Oh.
If all else fails, I can prep it. Tongues, I mean.
Between the two of you,
We'll manage.
don't bring them back here immediately. You know the standard procedures.
Yeah. Well, not a week.
Right.
So not easy to do anything at speed in this new world, then.
Not easy to involve new people at speed.
Hmm.
Once we get going, we can get going quickly, but we just, it takes some time to prep.
What I would say is make the first openings, say hello, etc. If it seems like they're worth our time, Zolf, might be time to have a chat with them at the inn.
Right.
So where are they? Are we going today? Now?
If you're willing.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. I'm going to jump ahead.
Sure.
He basically provides you a map of the island that you're on. I might be able to give you hard facts if you want. It's not huge. It's wooded. It's quite warm. You're close to the equator at this point, so don't think like freezing cold. What I would say is the whole time that you've been in the inn, it has been raining. And as Wild is sort of showing you this map, he's like, okay, that tracker's washed out. That one's gone. That one's gone. This village is empty now. It's very rural. It's basically a fishing island at this point. And if the Showin Institute is sort of off to the west coast, the inn is sort of more or less central to the island. And then if you head further and further east, closer to the mainland, the village is almost coastal on the far east. Zolf, obviously, you know this place inside and out. You've had the time. Obviously, although you haven't been interacting much with the local population, who knows who could be compromised. It is worth mentioning, you haven't found any of the local population have been compromised. Like, the war's very far away from here.
Yep.
The precautions are mainly for people arriving as opposed to people around here.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably still going to have to do protocol, but at the same time...
How far away is it in terms of just travelling distance?
There's no horses or carts or vehicles, so you're looking
Assuming
at...
we're walking there.
Yeah, you're looking at a few hours. Like, about 4 hours from where you are.
Okay.
It's early morning. You could make it there, have a good long chat, and make it back, and it'd be a solid day. The only issue is the weather, at which point Wild goes, it is worth mentioning, don't expect it to get better than this. I'm just going to accelerate to, are you okay to head out?
Yep.
Wild asks for a moment alone with Zolf, but politely. He's not like, "Nah." He's just like, if you'd be willing. If you want to sit in, that's fine, but I'd rather have it.
Yes, fine.
Hamid's going to put on a snazzy raincoat.
That brings a smile to Wild, but it's that wonky smile again. Still a bit unfamiliar.
A wonky wild smile.
A wonky wild smile. Once he's alone with you, Zolf,
Yeah, what's up?
just, you've been nothing if not efficient and dedicated since you came back. Don't get me wrong, I trust them, but we still have a job to do. Don't get carried away with them.
I knew you were going to say that. No, of course not. Also, actually, no, hang on a minute. What do you mean by carried away?
The mission's the most important thing. If you have to choose between the mission and them, you're going to have to choose the mission.
Yeah, I'd imagine they get that as well, but... Yes, of course. Like, this is bigger than single people, so...
I didn't think I had to say it.
Yeah, well, anyway, doesn't mean I'm not going to try, but...
Look after yourself and look after them.
Well, yeah, Yes, Wild, fine.
Fine.
See you later.
Heading out. It is wet. It is rainy. The walk is long and miserable. The village that you're in, there's a few people around, but for the most part they are not really engaging. They're mostly keeping a distance from you. Like I said, there's a couple of people, they see you, one of them runs into the house and closes a door. And then you're just out into a track.
Yeah, we walk.
So, once we are out of sight of civilization, we're like... So, Hamid and Azu, I should probably tell you some things. I used to spend a lot of time not talking, and I'm not doing that anymore, so I'm not interested in
Oh, that's
being all sulky and secretive. I know.
that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I've had a while to grow a bit. I think the whole Poseidon thing was maybe... Anyway. So, 3 things. Number 1, that conversation with Wild was a pretty classic, for the sake of the mission, don't get too close to them, the whole, like, if it's the mission or them, go with the mission, obviously.
Naturally.
Yeah, exactly. Not naturally, but given the situation and how important it is, then that's, an occupational hazard of what we do. But I would expect the same from you two. So,
No.
I can't promise that either.
Okay.
I understand him
Yes.
telling you,
All right.
but
well, I meant me, I didn't mean you two. I'm not going to tell you how to. I'm just making it, I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
So, second thing is, obviously, I'm not doing the Poseidon thing anymore, so how am I walking? Yeah?
I mean, I did wonder, but I didn't want to ask.
Yeah, well, I'll lean down and, knock my shin. There's a metallic noise. Yeah, some of that simulacra tech can come in handy.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
you've got that in you.
No. Well,
They're detachable.
yes. They're prosthetics, but magical ones, so that's one thing is anti-magic field, they'll stop working, so that's something to know.
Okay.
Right.
I can carry you if you need.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to, if we're in the middle of a fight or something like that, then that could be important. Third thing
Sherry Zolf is so sherry.
Yeah.
is, so I told you I'm done with Poseidon and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, are you still
And I can still
spellcaster?
do the thumb spark and light my pipe with it. Be like, yeah. Yeah, so as I said, I did a bit of soul searching and basically told Poseidon to take a hike. So he did. Good. And then I spent a lot of time just kind of not knowing what to do, but I don't know. The world's all screwed up right now, and how people have been running it wasn't working. And I meritocrats, harlequins, whatever. But it's not hope exactly. I don't think everything's going to work out okay. I'm not stupid, but
It's not stupid to think things could work out. Zolf.
could, yes, but not expect. Anyway, what I mean is, I don't really know how to describe it. I can still do this kind of stuff.
But you're not calling on the power of a god.
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I guess right now, file me under you.
What?
Can cast magic for inexplicable reasons.
Oh no, I know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm descended from Apophis.
He's sort of a dragon.
I mean, that's not exactly how I would phrase it, but
I mean, that.
ish.
Well, I mean, that sounds basically. That does sound. That's what it is. Right? How far? What?
Oh, well, let me.
I'm going to accelerate time as Hamid catches Zolf up on the
shows
birds
him
and the
the
dragons,
stuff?
I guess. Well, when a mummy dragon, maybe, and a daddy...
Apophis can turn
I
into
don't
a
know.
humanoid, and that humanoid is DTF.
That humanoid loves a bit of halfling.
I was trying to be classy.
Oh boy. Oh dear.
Okay, I am going to jump ahead, if I may. Everyone give me a perception check, please.
My first roll, I think.
Make it bad, make it bad, make it bad, make it bad.
It was bad.
Yay!
Oh, mine was bad too.
That was mine.
But that is 17.
Okay.
12.
Good.
16.
Oh.
I rolled a 3, Helen.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 9.
As he just finds a discarded set of Hawkeye goggles, it's like, ha ha ha! Okay, with those kinds of rolls, yeah. You approach the village. Just as you reach the outskirts, you see clear signs of some kind of fight has happened. Like, there's a couple of broken barrels on one side, a lot of footprints, little bit of dirt, and then on the far side of a building, you see there are a pair of feet sticking out from the other end of the building. Whoever is there is currently face down, like a pair of boots. And you hear cries of alarm from deep within the village. But to be clear, you've pretty much made it to the outskirts before you've even noticed.
Oh, well, that's
Something's
not good.
happened.
Yeah. Right. I'll,
Start running.
yeah, my glaive goes on fire.
As we're running, I cast Detect Magic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So, you all charge forward. Can everyone please get in initiative order for me, please?
I've got improved initiative.
14.
Still on 6. 11.
Azu, you are up first. You are 30 feet away from the building that has a pair of boots. as it were.
I'm going to go investigate the boots.
Okay.
They're not red slippers.
They're not. They are not. I did wonder if you were going to ask.
We were all thinking
Yeah, are they inside or under that?
I mean, you don't know. Are you going to approach 30 feet and look, you said?
Yes.
You approach 30 feet, they're not red boots curling underneath and slowly disappearing underneath the house. They are attached to a burly bloke who is currently face down. He is alive, although bloodied, and is currently face down in the dirt going... You also can now see into the sort of village. There are about 4 other people dotted around. So there's a well in the centre, there's a few smaller buildings. There appears to be what looks like a couple of market stalls, maybe what could be a shop. Like, again, culturally it's pretty far from what you're used to, so take everything with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
But there's about 4 people face down. All of them are not dead. They're currently like kind of wiggling around a little bit, I suppose. In fact, yeah, one of them is.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
You
no.
have run up 30 feet and seen that, so you still have either another move action, a standard action, blah blah blah.
I guess I'm going to lay on hands the burly man.
Okay.
10.
He comes to.
Hello. Oh.
He starts backing away and starts kind of swinging wildly with some kind of club.
What happened? Oh no, he doesn't speak. I try again in Orcish and Arabic.
He goes. Hamid, you're up.
Sure.
You saw Azu lay hands on someone behind the hut.
I'm gonna run up and you said there were cries from beyond round the corner where we couldn't see. I'm gonna run up and take stock of the situation.
You
think.
see all the same stuff, including.
Yeah.
He sees you. Also.
Oh dear.
Is there a fight going on? That's what you were implying with your description just
No
now.
fight.
Is there?
It looks like a fight has finished, although there are cries of more people at the far end of, let's call it a market square. It's not square, it's
Sure.
not a market.
I'm going to keep running in that direction. I want to
Okay.
work out what's going on, and it
Okay.
feels like going towards the noise of fighting is the best way.
So you,
Yeah.
As you can handle herself.
so you
I
run.
can.
You run
I
past.
just forgot that we didn't speak the same language.
You get as far as the well because of your movement speeds. You are next to the person who isn't. They appear to have some sort of thing stuck in their back.
Oh.
It looks maybe an arrow, maybe not, but.
Sure.
Zolf, you are up.
I chug my potion of tongues.
Yeah! Zolf's so capable these days.
Hey! And then I run up, being like, it's alright, we're here to help! We're here to help, don't worry! Azu, drink your potion. What happened
I
here?
wanted to save it until we met the person now. Yeah.
The bloke.
Oh no, it's a bloke! Not again!
The lads are just round the corner.
Waiting to strike. The bloke, panicking, takes a swing at Azu. Missing. Like, just trivially.
How?
Okay, if you want to know the miss, technically it's clang!
Yeah, and this just might mean hitting your armour.
Yeah,
Alright.
he has a club, a rudimentary club, like not even a well-made weapon. It's basically it's a log. It's a log that's thinner at
I
one
just
end.
look at him disappointedly.
He just turns and then just runs. Just starts running away.
We're here to help! Panicking people.
Yeah. Well, at least they can understand
Azu,
you now.
you're up.
Yes.
Okay. I'm now going to go to the person having the seizure.
They stopped.
Oh.
Like, in that time, they have stopped. They're just...
I pull the thing out of their back.
appears to be some kind of arrow, but modified weirdly. You've not seen this kind of thing before.
Oh my god, Hawkeye's here.
Azu thinks about Grizzop. He would have really liked this.
Maybe it is him.
Don't do this.
Grawkai.
Maybe he fell through the plains and landed exactly here with no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
That'd be too easy when it's your fault.
Will you just
Stop!
I'm going to have
Just
the guilt
stop.
conversation at some point.
Alright. Okay, anything else that you're doing?
Stop everything and have it now, because apparently that's what Alex wants.
Is there anything else that you're doing? Because like pulling that up is trivial.
I just want to look around. There's no one to fight at the minute.
You
so-
can hear the yell, same as Hamid on the far side
Then I'm
of the
going to go
square.
towards them.
Okay. At which point then you are closest. Hamid, you're up.
again, running towards the noise to work out what's happening.
So you make it to the shop, as it were. Give me a perception check.
Oh, that's a bit better. 32.
32. Better. You reckon this is where the fight started.
Okay.
And it kind of has sprawled from there. Like, the way the tracks are looking, even on the fly, you're like, yeah, I think it started here. It also helps that there are 2 people lying on their back at the entrance going, As you are running up, someone is thrown sideways, like bodily thrown, and lands in the dirt at the back of the shop that you are beside. You are able to continue running up to the corner if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. You turn around to the corner, and then we take a break down, come back in a couple of minutes. Okay, coming in from the break then. You come around the corner, and yeah, the first thing that you see is obviously that person on the back going, they're shaking a bit, and you see...
I was here all along. I was here all along.
Gremlin when you want to be.
I was here. Ah,
Hey guys, Lid's back.
hey! Woo! Yeah. Oh, you were all so sad, I assume.
No, definitely. We've been watching. We've been watching the Discord.
I've been thinking about this for so long, but now it's like, I've got performance anxiety. Okay, stepping around a corner. Okay, your visual reference is Holtzman from Ghostbusters crossed with Gambit.
Ooh!
All you can really see, perhaps, is that they are tall. Hair's quite vertical, sort of blonde streaked with silver, which is strange because they look quite young otherwise. A long coat and a massive freaking adapted steampunk to goodness crossbow.
And by massive, you mean, like, oversized.
Yeah, like it's
Like a video game.
mechanically heavy. They also have, like, big glowy goggles on their head with, like, and on their...
I've
over
still
their
got
eyes.
detect magic up, so
Yeah.
anything that's magic I can also
That-
see.
That is magic. The crossbow's magic. Quite possibly, like, with the belt's magic. A lot about it is magic.
You know what? Like, I can happily jump
Yeah.
in and say, yeah, loads.
Just glow.
Like,
Glow,
far
glow a
too
lot.
much for a small rural village.
Yeah, turn around the corner, like, line the crossbow up, and shouts out in Japanese.
Some stuff that
Some
they can't
stuff.
speak,
Then, like-
Zolf would be able to understand.
Which would just be like, hello? What are you doing here? But seeing that you don't react, then tries in several other languages.
Oh, that's good.
Opa! Or like, ni hao. And then eventually like, hi? Hello? Excuse me? Why are you here?
Are you the one that's been assaulting all these people?
Ratchets up.
I'm going to jump out of initiative order, by the way.
Like, why exactly are you here in my town?
We're looking for someone. Maybe you?
No one's told me. Like, aims the
Whoa, 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 whoa!
They step towards you. It's probably about 6 foot-ish. Human. Maybe. And like are making direct eye contact and stuff like, so what exactly is the reason that you have come to visit?
Azu
If you
and
are
Zolf
going to try and take
catch up.
anything more from these people, I will. Fortunately, their accent is canonically from everywhere. So, you can write your complaints
We're
on
not here to take anything. Why are you beating up all these people?
We're just here for a conversation.
Okay, a lot of the conversations I've had recently have been along the lines of, give us the stuff.
Okay,
Are you
not
the apothecarist, alchemisty person, defendy person?
I could be called that.
Why don't we go have a chat in your shop
Let's
without the weapons?
Let's
need
just
to
establish why all these people are lying around hurt and whether it was you.
Oh yeah, of course it was me.
Are these thugs?
Oh yeah. I call them blokes or lads.
I don't get it.
No, they just turn up and demand stuff, right?
Are these... Who are they... Look, I think we might have a common enemy, but let's not have this conversation in front of all the blokes
And or lads.
and or lads.
Look, we don't know if this person is nice or not. They've been beating everyone round here up. Maybe we should be taking this person down.
What with this
Oh,
person?
you can try, buddy.
Whoa, hang on, Hamid.
Like, why you might be saying that they start to grow, and I think they may get to, a large person.
I don't think it's a thing they could pass unnoticed.
No, they'll chug something quickly. It takes a full round, but that's 6 seconds, right?
That'll count as a surprise round because I took everyone out of initiative.
Okay, yeah.
If
So-
people want to take this into
They-
a fighty
Yep.
place, I will require
I
initiative.
was going to
I-
cast detect evil.
I was going to cast hold person.
In which
as soon,
case,
as soon as this person moves and who is looking threatening and beating random people up, Hamid says this is cast hold person.
because mechanics.
We're going to have to get
Yep.
initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, because mechanics, drinking potion goes first as
Yeah.
a new surprise round. Everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, that's more like it.
9.
2. Yep. Back to normal.
13.
19.
21.
To
what-
beat Hamid
what was-
before he started a fight!
What was yours, Zolf?
I'm not starting a fight. I'm ending a fight.
19.
And what was yours, Hamid?
21.
Tell you what, I wrote Grizz up and then deleted it.
Hey.
Hamid, you're up first.
I cast hold person.
Okay.
What's
Lid,
the
make
save?
a will save.
Oh dear. That is not one of the things that they're competent at. 13.
You are paralysed.
Specifically, just
Although-
frozen in
Yeah,
place.
the effects of the potion, I assume, will still
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
take
absolutely.
place, so they are growing.
It's fixed in place, just going.
Just
Oh.
getting larger and
Just like
larger.
a tree.
They kind of look like they're going to pop.
I have to do a strength check.
Not another
Zolf,
one.
you're up.
Don't attack her. It'll break the spell. Just wanted to figure out the situation.
I'm going to dispel magic the whole person.
Okay.
Your cost level is 8.
Yes.
Right, so that means I'm trying to beat a 19 on a d20 plus 8. I do not.
Okay.
That's
Anything
my
else?
standard action. I will then move between Hamid and this individual.
Just stop.
Stop it! Both of you!
I'm not
Stop
trying to
it!
fight.
This individual is currently held. Moving on to Azu.
I cast detect evil.
You get to save each
Oh.
turn to try and break it again, but it's the same difficulty.
Is it the end or start of their turn?
on their turn
So you
each
start
time?
then.
But it's a full round action to break out of it
Ah, there we go. So you can give a save to break out of it
Yeah.
then.
What, now?
Mm-hmm.
Or
on
as-
your initiative point,
but
basically.
I
Yeah.
assume it goes back round to Azu now.
You first.
You were ahead of Azu in the initiative order.
I just forgot about the break on there.
Only 14.
That does not break it.
Okay, Azu, you're up.
Detect evil, please.
Okay. So the
You're holy.
the bloke on the ground detects as mundane evil. I don't mean like the devil, you know, I give the spectral thing, but like not good.
Boring
Oh, dear.
evil.
At a quick glance around, they detect as good. The rest of your party detect as good. Oh, apart from Zolf, he's super evil. No.
I knew it!
Everyone detects as good. Having a quick glance around, you notice that one of the people on the front step of the shop, like just from your angle you can see them, is kind of neutral, and the other one is neutral to bad.
All right, Hamid, these are bad. They were bad people, and this is a good person.
Okay, I don't know mechanically if I can stop the spell. It doesn't say concentration, but in general, you can in principle, you can stop
I don't have an issue
any
with that. I don't,
non-instantaneous
like,
spells.
I normally
at
go under
will.
the assumption that you don't have to forcibly maintain it unless it says so.
Yeah, but I think I can also make it stop if I choose to.
So what I'm going to do, though, is that you can only stop it on your initiative.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is a good chance that this person might break hold person and then shoot you in the face. So I'll have to get through to that. So, Hamid, you are up now, but I'm not going to drop out of initiative order until everyone agrees to.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna. And I break the spell.
Okay, you doing anything else?
No. And I'm trying to be as unaggressive as possible.
Unsurprisingly, I'm going to wait for the new person to decide whether initiative is broken.
Yeah.
Zolf.
So I'm going to look straight at this new person and say, look, I'm sorry, my colleague's on edge. We don't want to start a fight. I know he shouldn't have done that. Let's just go and have a chat, right? And that's me.
New person, it is your turn in initiative.
Getting extremely sick of y'all coming to my home and beating up my friends. Right?
We haven't
You
beaten up
gotta,
anyone.
you gotta, really? Really? Because I'm seeing a lot of beating up people and
So
I'm
I'm
seeing
going
you
to
here.
drop out of initiative then, if there's going to be that much talking.
Right, I'm going to Hamid, stop it.
Stop! We walk into a fight. We don't know the situation. We don't know who's responsible. I was trying to take sensible precautions.
I'm very sorry about my colleague. We just need to let's have a chat. I think we're
I
on
apologise if I misunderstood the situation. I was trying to make sure everyone was safe.
Okay.
just going to give you a really nonplussed look.
I don't need anyone coming in here and keeping this place safe. I've been doing a good job of that myself, and I would really appreciate it if you would leave me alone.
Okay, we're enemies of So Into.
I guess you
Okay.
would look.
Can we
go back to your shop and have a chat. That's all we want to do, just have a chat.
All right. Can't get in when I'm still big though, so I have to be out here.
Okay, should we get rid of this lot? Pointing at the thugs, the lads and blokes.
The person that's neutral, that's outside the shop, is that my assistant?
Yes, it is.
Right. They run over and start shaking them like, Jasper! Jasper! And like pour
A very long document there. You have
no
idea.
cure light wounds
Sure.
on
I can lay on hands
little
if you...
Jasper.
Could you describe, though, because other people will be able to see how you're doing this? Are you literally, like, putting your hands on them?
No.
Are you channeling
Like, so
the
that's-
sun? What are you doing?
No, that's the, like, while they're crouched down, they are wearing a long, like, leather jacket, let's say, but not studded in the way that would be familiar to you all. And they're...
It's more of a coat.
It's more of a coat. Long coat. Yes, a leather coat, that's the word. They open it out and, like, take a couple of tiny vials and then pour some liquid down this little gnome. There's a
Little gnome?
little gnome friend down their throat.
Gnome friend wakes up. Who is currently... Zolf is able to understand Japanese.
Yes.
Oh, I'm really sorry. They just jumped us.
So it talks to them in Japanese and so it's all right. It's all right.
I'm really sorry. I can just shift them all. That's fine.
No, you know what? You rest, right? I'll deal with this.
Sure.
What you could do for me, you could go around and just check that there's nobody hurt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And bring anyone to me, right? You know, the usual drill.
The usual.
The usual drill.
I'm on it. I am gonna be quick as Yep.
Do you remember how to make your voice loud? Like, I think I'll have taught them a few things. There's like a message one.
Yep. It's all good.
Right, and so let me know if anyone's so hurt they need me, okay?
Yep. That's fine. They run off, and then you start hearing them sort of calling out around, going, basically, I'm not going to RP because it'll take a little while. Effectively, all clear, etc., etc.
While that's happening, I turn to Hamid and be like, look, I'm sorry, that is not how I wanted our first, thing to go. Just, I know you're on edge and raring to go, but we just need to be a bit calmer, okay? Casting spells on people straight away is a good way to start a fight. I know what you
They
cast.
cast a spell first!
Okay.
That's literally what they did!
Hamid, just take a breather, alright?
Sure. Which ones are the bad ones?
The ones that are knocked out.
Hamid goes over and slits their throat.
No.
I know. It's just I don't know
If
why
as you
that
can
image
point
came
out
to
which
me.
ones they are, I'm going to
Easily.
start dragging them
Yes.
into a pile and tying them up.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's easy. At one point, you basically run into the assistant, who has started doing the same by the well. So
But he's so little!
he is tiny for a now.
I will absolutely help him do that.
And they are tying them to the well, so they're all sort of backed to it. And,
So
you know what I mean?
that's what I started doing naturally anyway. So we sort of end up doing it together, I guess.
Yeah,
Let's do
join
that.
in.
So for what it's worth, Jasper seems to be doing his job. Like, everything's happening, people start poking their heads out of stuff. And the village seems to be sort of getting going again. Unlike the place that you started at, this place has a lot more people in it and seems to be less atrociously cautious of you all.
Yeah. Everyone in that first village was sort of quiet and depressed as well.
Pretty much.
in a way,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And this one seems more normal.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that they're like, and put up the
Yeah,
maypole,
yeah,
do
sure,
a big
sure.
dance. It's more, kind of...
Yeah, one thing you might notice as you meet more people there is that none of the people there look anything like this person.
Yeah. They are a single entity, as it were. Tying up happens. Bad people start waking up. Jasper does his job and they're all gagged.
When do you start getting small? Or have you not
Oh,
started?
it only takes 10 minutes.
So I'm assuming by the time we finished collecting the blokes.
Yeah.
Normal
That's fine.
size again, but while they're around a corner, you can see them like psyching themselves up. Okay.
Asa will come and introduce herself to you.
Before we do that, I've got one more thing to do, and then we can deal with whatever new disaster you are. Okay. you see them chug another potion. This time they grow claws and teeth, and importantly, they gain +2 to intimidate. And
Do I have to roll to not be?
no, this is not.
Okay.
This is not to you. Like
It's more a don't mind me.
yeah. Thing. Yeah, like terrifying creature now. Just be like, give me 1 sec. Through bed teeth, like massive teeth, like runs off, and starts railing at the blokes and or lads in Japanese. They look like a terrifying
Can you
monster.
give me an intimidation check?
Yep.
So, as this is happening, as she starts, I cast Comprehend Languages and Detect Thoughts.
Ooh.
Okay.
Take that
I'm
one.
helping you.
Okay.
Helping. Okay, so that's a 19 plus. Gosh, it's tricky. So 19.
It's fine.
21.
You don't even need the modifier. You've already crushed it. Like, none of
Okay.
them hit 19.
Okay, so through.
They
So
can
you-
make will saves against my Detect Thoughts spell as
Ooh,
well.
what's the DC?
16.
So many.
Couple of them fail.
Okay.
Not all of them.
So I have to be focusing on a person so I can switch back and forth.
You can just be like,
but obviously,
no. Ooh,
I'm
yes.
mostly going to focus on the ones whose thoughts I can hear.
Okay.
And I'm very much not going to target it at anyone else.
So
fine.
as
We'll
well.
do the intimidate first, then I'll give you the attack.
So essentially, they're going to just tell these people that if they ever dare come back again, there's been a spell cast on them, and they will explode, and their guts will, like, it won't be an easy one because the skin doesn't explode, and like, so you will explode through all your orifices in a particularly horrendous thing. And in fact, Sel describes in exquisite detail the effects of the spell Caustic Blood, in which damage stacks each turn. The one is covered in caustic blood.
Could you do me a favour?
Mm-hmm.
In addition to the intimidate, could you roll a...
Persuade or diplomacy to persuade.
It depends. I need
Mm-hmm.
to ask. Is this a thing that you actually have? You haven't actually cast a curse on them or anything?
No, the
So
point is that there are no resources left to keep people prisoner.
What I'll ask is, can I get a deception check? But you are getting...
It's a bluff.
It's
Yeah,
a bluff. I'm going to be modifying because you've already successfully intimidated them,
Yeah,
so they're taking
and
penalties and stuff.
they get their int bonus to persuade others that a lie is true. So
Yep.
this is plus 10,
Yep, it's fine.
which is good because I only rolled a 12, so that's 22.
One of them rolled double figures and still didn't pass.
Right. So essentially, the
They
plan.
are wrecking it.
Yeah.
So they bought it. They're not intending to come
I'll
back.
let
Sorry.
new person finish, and then I will come to protect.
Just telling that, like, as you might have realised, there are quite a lot of different monsters guarding this place, including some monster wizards, and all of them are going to come and get you. And if you dare go back to, what was it called, Show-In?
the show-in
So
institute.
if you dare to go back to the Show-In Institute, your blood will start leaking out your eyeballs tomorrow night. Go to the mainland, stop causing trouble, and never come back.
Do you release them at that point?
Then tears through the bonds with claws, which are terrifying mechanically, then roars at them until they run away.
Now, on to the read thoughts side
Yeah.
of things. I'm not going to RP it. They're absolutely bricking it. They're absolutely buying it. And basically, it comes down as, screw this. He's weird anyway. I'm not being paid enough. I'm gone. Screw this whole situation. This is the worst. And all it is some version of that. Like, for the three of them you can detect thoughts, it's all basically the same.
Yeah.
No amount of money is worth this weirdness. I just
Awesome.
wanted some easy fun and a bit of money.
Yep. So I was going to go around the back of the building. The monsterness will fade. I think they can do that by choice before the thing is over.
I believe you can.
Yeah, and then come round, and then in a very human voice, be like, a ferry has been arranged to take you to the mainland. It will leave from this thing at this time. It will not be going to any other stops.
The blokes, once untied, just scatter. They don't even scatter together. They don't go to the ferry. They just leg it.
Yep.
That was very effective.
Impressive.
let's have some tea.
Yes.
I think we'll end the episode there. I think that's a good place.
Yeah.
We'll all go have a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely. Why don't we spend a week of downtime doing it? Everyone loves a week of downtime.
Yeah.
Do you want a week of downtime, Lid? It's great.
I mean, not nice. It would be so nice.
Well, how about we give listeners a week of downtime and then we immediately press on? How about that?
Right, bye.
Rusty Quill Gaming is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 international license. Today's episode was directed by Alexander J. Newall and produced by Lowri and Davies. To subscribe, buy merchandise or join our Patreon, visit rustyquill.com. Rate and review us online, tweet us at The Rusty Quill, visit us on Facebook or email us via mail@rustyquill.com. Join our community on the Discord via the website or on Reddit at r/rustyquill. Thanks for listening.
I'm just rubbing out thank Grizzop, it's no biggie.
Nah, that's fair enough. Should have thanked him there, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
I did a little bit, but I wanted a proper thank you.
Wow.
Well, he's gone now.
He's dead
Yeah,
now.
no point.
Well, like...
It's all over.
Alright.
You're religious. You know he's in an afterlife somewhere if he's dead.
Oh yeah, maybe you could all take him away from it and bring him back.
Like with Buffy.
Don't have my body? Wait, you could just straight up resurrect. Oh my god, 2,000 years old.
But resurrection doesn't.
Right,
Oh, anyway, it needs to come in from
Can
the
you
edit.
imagine how happy Grizzop would be to be like, I'm 2,000 years old!
Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. That'd be amazing. Should have ripped his character sheet off.
I'm
Anyway.
the oldest goblin that ever lived and ever will.